And welcome back. Well, some brides-to-be think finding the venue is the #1 thing to do on that to-do list after the engagement. And who wouldn't want a wedding reception that looked like this? Isn't that beautiful?
Gorgeous.
It's true. Many brides and grooms are moving towards a trend where the wedding and the reception are all in the same locations.
Because it's so convenient. Alexandria Arnaz is here with the Astor Hotel. They have a grand ballroom that's fit for any princess or bride. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much. So how many people can you fit in your ballroom?
We can do up to 325 for a seated dinner or a buffet.
That's a lot. That's a big wedding party. That's a big group.
And we can do circle tables or long, so they can do like a king's table or they can just do circle tables.
And what do you see as being the benefit of having your wedding reception and the wedding at a hotel?
Okay, well, I think one of the big benefits is that you're just right there. You can go upstairs and get ready, come back down. If you want to go, get dressed up again, you can do that and then come back down. You can eat and then, be with all your friends. So it's good. I really like having them at a
Very
hotel.
convenient, too.
One of the last weddings I went to out of state was at a hotel, and it was all in the same area, but we changed little locations. So it was kind of nice because there was no driving. Nobody had to worry about that during the big day, and a lot of people stayed right there. So at the end of the night, there was no driving, too, which was very convenient. What do you see as something that makes you very different at the Astor Hotel?
One of the things that my favorite thing is kind of how our weddings are set up is it allows for a 90-minute cocktail hors d'oeuvre hour in our restaurant. And at that time, if they do the ceremony, it gives my staff time to flip the room. So then it's the same spot that they're getting married, and then we flip it to look like a reception. So all the tables and all that stuff. And then during that time, they can be out mingling. My servers will walk around, do past hors d'oeuvres, and then they can get cocktails at the other bar, because we do have a bar in our ballroom and then another bar in our restaurant.
More bars, the better.
We're looking at pictures. How do you describe the decor in the Astor Hotel?
Very classic, very vintage. All of our, our chandeliers, inset stone panels, all original, back from 1920 when it was first built. So it's very, very, very authentic. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I think the history of a place tends to lend itself to one of the reasons someone chooses, a location, and that for you're on the National Registry of Historic Places, because a lot of the decor, as we were talking about during the break, go back to the 1920s.
Yep. And people come there for that reason because there's a big open house in Milwaukee where they are allowed to tour around and see all of the historic buildings. So we get a lot of business through that, and it's good. People are still into that.
What about the planning process? How do you help brides and grooms walk through how they want their event to go and how they should plan for it?
Well, I am the only in-day coordinator. I do all of the weddings there, so I do their tastings, I do their detailing. I am the person there all day, so I'm their go-to gal. So I mean, normally it takes us about a year to plan, but we could do them much quicker than that. I can do them in 3 months or even less than that. And they get everything too, so they don't have to worry about doing linens or napkins or finding centerpieces, because we have basic mirrors, votives, candles, stuff like that, and then they get their choice of linens as well.
They also get a room.
Yes, they do. They get a hotel room for staying there. The bride and groom get a free room if they do decide to book, where they can then go up there and just enjoy the rest of the night.
Yeah.
It's great too if like Tiffany was talking about, if you're coming from out of town, if your friends and family can stay there as well.
Exactly.
It means that they're not driving home at the end of the evening.
Yes, and then we can do a room block. So if that you're going to have 100 guests from out of town, you can block 20 some rooms, and then your guests just have the ability to stay there under your name.
Yeah, and
So
you have a rooftop deck.
Yes, it's probably one of my favorite parts about the Astor Hotel, because you can see the lake on the east side, you can see the art museum, and then all of downtown to the whole other side. So it's great for couple pictures, amazing for family pictures too.
And you have a lot of different specials, ways that people can put it together to take care to take advantage of accommodating big groups.
Yes, we can do ceremonies, like I said, receptions, rehearsal dinners, quinceañeras, birthday parties, really anything. Up to 325 people we can fit in there.
That's fantastic. You do the rehearsal dinner there as well.
Yes.
Then.
For instance, like this coming up in January, we have somebody doing the rehearsal dinner on that Friday night. They're going to do their practice for their ceremony, and then the next day they wake up and then they're going to sleep at the hotel, do their ceremony, and then the reception right after.
And you guys have breakfast too.
Exactly.
Send them there for brunch.
Yes. Very cool.
Can't be any easier. And then you have full I'm going to say it wrong. Is it the
Panavino.
Panavino.
Yes. Same owner as Vino Cappuccino out in Brookfield. So he came over and he kind of did his thing there. It's gorgeous in there too. He did a lot of, French paintwork. It's orange and it's so pretty.
It's a restaurant.
Yes. Okay. And so in the morning it's the Astor Cafe, where we do, the breakfast and the eggs, and we have some great specials. And then at nighttime it's Panavino. So it has a lot of spaghettis, pastas, the Italian breads and stuff like that. So that menu is different than, of course, from our banquet menu, but you can, if you want to do the rehearsal dinner, you can do spaghetti and stuff like that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and what's wonderful about it is that you really consider yourself full service.
Yes. Yeah.
So people aren't worrying about a lot of the little details.
Oh no, exactly. And like I said, we don't have to worry about, you know, getting napkins and folding napkins and coming there to do all that stuff because I'll set it up. They don't have to worry about, you know, setting up their escort cards or doing any of that stuff because me and my staff are there to do it.
Yeah.
So
that's
good.
so nice. I want to make sure everybody has the information for the Astor Hotel so you can book your wedding there. Again, it's so nice to have the reception and the wedding all in one venue. Nice cocktail hour as well. If you mention the morning blend, you can choose which special works best for you. The phone number to call is 414-283-4808, or you can email Alexandria directly at alexandria@theastorhotel.com. And the website for the wonderful restaurant as well is panevinomke.com for that full spaghetteria. Is that how you say it?
Yes,
Spaghetteria.
I can't say it either, so I'm not even going to try.
Sounds good. Nice to have you here today.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you, too.
Yeah.